In today's Escape from Tarkov video, we're going to be hunting for those really hard to find items, AESAs or phased array elements. These items are found all over the reserve map and are needed for the solar power upgrade to the hideout, and also they could be sold for almost 2 million each on the flea market. So these are really sought after items and they spawn quite a lot on the reserve map. Now if you don't like reserve, I don't really like reserve, all I can say to you is I'm sorry, because this is the only map in which they spawn at the moment. So as of 12.9, these are all the spawns known to me of AESAs or phased array elements, and we're going to be going hunting them down today. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments, but other than that guys, enjoy the video. Our first location is actually around a bunch of underground bunkers in the southwest corner of the map. This is a massive open field and you got bunkers that are named E2 and you got a bunch of APCs on hilltops. You're going to want to go to the second bunker that's named E2 and it has a little cat graffiti on top of it. So that's our little landmark. When looking at that, turn slightly right and you'll see an APC on another hill and there's a bit of wood with a skull and crossbones. If you head over to this area, you'll see that there is like a little encampment here. You'll see a sofa, and just to the right of that sofa, a refrigerator. And as you can see right there, our first location is our first AESA in the top compartment of the refrigerator. That's where they spawn. So you take that, and if it doesn't spawn there, make sure to check around on the tables around the APC and also inside of the green containers that are open. They could be anywhere around this area, but more than likely they'll be spawning inside of the refrigerator, so bear that in mind. Our next location where phased array elements can spawn is actually in the night area of the reserve map. So looking towards the dome, to the left of the dome is the black night, but to the right of it, where the Russian flag is outside the front door, this is the white night area. So we're going to go into white night, go in the front door, and once you're in the front door, head down the corridor and go up the stairs straight ahead of you. If you go up the stairs all the way to the third floor, and when you're at the third floor, you go down the hallway straight ahead of you again, you'll see to the right another chair, and look at that, another phased array element. Bear in mind with this location they can also be found on the floor as well, but it usually does spawn on this chair or around the chair. But this is another location that's easy to get to and no keys required. Our next location for phased array elements is actually in the pawn area or the barracks area of the reserve map. You see you've got white pawn there and black pawn over there. Now if you come out to the courtyard where the massive helicopter is, you really can't miss it, and look the way the helicopter's pointing, it actually points towards the school, and inside the school on the second floor is the RBAK room, and inside that room phased array elements can spawn. However, if you don't have the RBAK key, there is a secret way that you can actually get in. Well, it's not so secret, everyone knows about it by now, but you can get in through it without a key, so let's do that, shall we? So you go in the front door, underneath the overhang on the left hand side of the building, go straight up the stairs right in front of you. On the second floor, right in front of you, is the door that you need to unlock with the RBAK key. If you don't have that, turn around and go up to the third floor, go up the stairs once again, take a left and go through the grated doorway. As soon as you go through the grated doorway, enter the first open door on your right, and inside of this room, to the right hand side, is an open window. Jump through that open window and land on the overhang, turn around and you'll see that the room is open and you'll be able to jump into the RBAK room. On top of all of these metal shelves, AESAs can spawn, so have a look around, and not only AESAs but you can find graphics cards in here as well. There we go, there's a graphics card there, and there's tons of tech spawns in this room, so make sure you're checking around quite thoroughly. Now if you don't have the key, there are a couple of ways out of this room. You can of course go out the window that you came in, but people often snipe you as you're coming out from either dome or the opposite pawn buildings. But my preferred way out of this room is actually these back windows over here with the sandbags. Not many people know you can actually jump out here, but you can. If you go to the left hand side window and jump your way up, you'll be able to jump on top of the sandbag, crouch down and jump through. Outside in the barracks area again by the helicopter, if you look towards the white pawn building and the dome and turn right, you will see a very recognizable central building. This is the airspace control center and has a few different nicknames. Some people call it White Queen, some people call it White King, but all I know is there's a phased array element spawn inside. So what you need to do is go to the front where it says Welcome to Hell and enter the double doors. Inside you'll see a little reception and another single door. Go through that single door and you'll be in a hallway. If If you take a left towards the grated door, but before you go through the grated door, go in the open door on the right. Inside of this room, there's a bunch of server cabinets, and on top of these server cabinets and all the pulled out servers, AESAs can actually spawn in here. But that's not all. If you go to the right hand side of this room, there's another open door, and inside this open door is another bunch of server cabinets where AESAs can spawn also. If you're not finding AESAs, you can also find military tech in here as well, and that's some great money as well, so don't forget that. Our next location for AESAs is actually another easy location to get to. It's simply just in the far northeast corner of the map. So if you're looking in the northeast corner of the map, you'll see a massive underground bunker. It's got E written on it, and the doors open just slightly. Also behind you is the school just there, and the black pawn building. So if you go in between the black pawn building and the right hand side of the school and come all the way over in the corner, you can't miss this bunker. But if you go down into the bunker itself, go through the door that's slightly open and go into the back left corner, you'll see a wooden table. On top of this wooden table right next to the bucket is where the AESA can spawn, but if it doesn't spawn there, always check slightly right, because as you can see, it spawned on the green wooden containers. AESAs can also be found in both marked rooms on the reserve map. The first marked room opens with the RBBK key, and it can be found inside of the black pawn building in the barracks area. When looking at the black pawn building, go in the right doorway, and if you go in the right front door, you'll see that there's a stairway down as soon as you go through the doorway. Go down the stairs, take a right, and then there is a closed doorway with a sign outside of it. Unlock that with the RBBK key, and inside here is a marked room. Look on the floor and on the sofa and on the tables, pretty much everywhere, as AESAs can be found in this room. The second marked room on the reserve map is actually in the military guard barracks area, right by where the train pulls in to the castle building. So if you're looking at the two military guard barracks, you'll see the left hand side has the door open. We're going to go through the left hand side building, go in the open door, and then you're going to run to the other end of this barracks room, and you'll see two doors. One on the right side is open, and the one on the left side, around some cultist symbols, is closed. We're going to open and unlock with the RBVO key, and that unlocks the second room. As you can see, look, another AESA. They can spawn in both of the rooms. It's actually not a bad pull from this marked room. Pretty proud of that. The easiest way I can talk you through the next spawn location is actually taking you backwards from the D2 extract. This is a D2 extract right here. You press the button and this sort of massive fucking blast-proof door opens up. But we're going to walk backwards from the way we came. So we're going to go back into where all the living quarters are and the server room is. So you got all the chair and all that. We're going to go past that, down these small sets of stairs, and then up towards the massive tunnel that we came from. As soon as we get into this large open tunnel, you'll see that there's a bunch of server cabinets up on the red banisters. So we're going to go down the stairs in front of us and up the stairs to the left. And once you go up the stairs to the left, all of these server cabinets here, check on them, because phased array elements can spawn in any of these locations. So as you can see, there's one just there, but they can spawn anywhere on this cluster of servers, so make sure you're checking it thoroughly. Our last spawn location for phased array elements currently that we know of is right next to the White Knight building inside of these garages. If you go to the right hand side where the double doors are open, you'll see a porta potty, and just to the right of that porta potty is a locked grate door. You need the RBST key to open this door, but once it's open you can go inside here, and on top of pretty much all of these green weapon crates, phased array elements can spawn. Not only that, but you can find military batteries and all that in here. It's overall quite a good place to loot. I don't think it's worth the 4 million price tag that the keys are currently going for on the flea market though, so you might be lucky to go into a scav raid, for example, and find a phased array element if someone's missed it. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much all the spawns that we know of currently inside of the reserve map. If you're scared of reserve, then of course you can use the Lucky Scav junk box, and there is a chance of finding phased array elements from paying the higher tiers of the Lucky Scav junk box. They might bring you one back, but other than that you're going to need to run some reserve or be lucky enough to spawn with it as a player scav, but there's more chance of flying to the moon, and that's a really rare chance. But you need 4 of them, so if you can find 4 of them, congratulations, you don't really need any more for the solar power. but it's still quite good to find them if you are running reserve, because like I said, they sell for about 2 million on the flea market. If there's anything else you want me to show you all of the spawn locations for, or some of the best spawn locations for certain items, let me know down below in the comments. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Love you lots. Anyway guys, I thank you all for watching all the way to the end of this video. Your support really does mean a lot to me. It allows me to keep doing what I love to do and get new content out for all of you lot. If you like the video that I just put out, then a like is always appreciated, and if you want to stick around and get updated when I upload, then consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. According to YouTube's analytics, then the majority of people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so if you're someone like that, then why not hit that little button below? It's free and it helps my channel out, so what do you really have to lose, right? And if any of you guys are interested in playing demanding games like Tarkov but are struggling with the performance, why not check out Shadow? Shadow's a cloud gaming subscription service that allows you to access a Windows desktop client with the top of the range hardware located at your nearest data center. Shadow is a service that I still use all the time. Anytime I'm out of the office and need to edit a video or record some footage, Shadow is perfect. They're a company that I really enjoy working with, and they're ideal for anyone who travels a lot or just someone that can't afford a super high powered PC. Shadow's got many people covered as long as you've got a relatively decent internet connection. If you wanted to check Shadow out, then there's a link below that you can go and do your research and find out more about their services. And if you do decide to subscribe to Shadow, then you can use my code Samosh and you'll save yourself some money, which is always worthwhile. I'd like to thank you once again for making it to this point in this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.